Have you ever had an incredible meal at a restaurant, loved the atmosphere, told all your friends about it, and then went back only to have a completely different experience? You're not alone. In the restaurant industry, consistency is everything. One bad experience can undo months of great ones. Now imagine that disappointed customer pulls out their phone and leaves a one-star review for thousands of potential diners to see. In today's digital landscape, online reviews are the new word of mouth. They can make or break a restaurant's reputation overnight. Research shows that up to 94% of diners choose where to eat based on online reviews. That means every customer walking through your door has already formed an impression of your restaurant before they even sit down. If those reviews highlight inconsistent food quality, long wait times, or cleanliness concerns, potential customers may never give you a chance. The good news is that by actively monitoring feedback, identifying patterns in reviews, and making targeted improvements, restaurants can turn criticism into competitive advantage. When you listen to your customers, respond to their concerns, and take meaningful actions, you build a cycle of trust that generates loyalty, positive reviews, and repeat business. If improving your restaurant's reputation and customer experience sounds like exactly what you need, then you are in the right place. Welcome to Fork and Pen Restaurant Consultation Firm, where every bite tells a story. Our story started right here at UWG. The founders of Fork and Pen met at UWG and kept having the same conversations every time they went out to eat. They would hit up a local spot, have a great time one week, and then go back, and it would be a completely different experience. That frustration turned into a passion, and Fork and Pen was established in 2014 with a mission to help local restaurants deliver consistent quality every single time. Fork and Pen Consulting helps local restaurants close the gap between what they want to deliver and what customers experience. We combine honest evaluation with real data from the platforms where customers are already talking. We stick around to make sure our recommendations work. Our approach is hands-on and data-driven. We do not just hand you a report and walk away. We partner with restaurant owners to identify the root causes of customer complaints and implement solutions that create measurable improvement. My name is Ray Scobie, and I serve as the customer experience analyst at Fork and Pen Restaurant Consultation Firm. My role focuses on analyzing online reviews across platforms like Google, Yelp, Facebook, TripAdvisor, and Foursquare to identify the patterns that are either building or breaking a restaurant's image. I bring 15 years of front of the house experience at a family owned restaurant in West Georgia where I saw firsthand how a single negative review could slow down a busy weekend, and how a string of positive ones could pack a dining room on a Tuesday. That experience taught me that the gap between what happens inside a restaurant and what gets posted online is where business either grows or fall behind. Organ Pen specializes in restaurant consultation and improvement. I have helped 3 local restaurants develop review response strategies, and one of those clients saw their Google ratings climb from a 3.6 to a 4.2 in just 4 months after we implemented a feedback loop system that routed customer concerns directly to the kitchen manager before they even became public reviews. In a restaurant is no easy task. There are a lot of evaluations and many problems that have not yet revealed themselves until you dig into the data. Your online reputation is a direct reflection of your operations. Most restaurant owners are too busy running the day to day to sit down and read through the hundreds of reviews, identify recurring themes, and cross reference what competitors are doing right or wrong. That's exactly what I do. Less stress, better food, and better accuracy will cause your restaurant to thrive. El Morelia Mexican Restaurant is located at 225 Davis Boulevard in Bremen, Georgia, right off I-20, making it accessible to both locals and travelers passing through. The restaurant is locally owned and has been in business for approximately 25 years, and Morelia is known for its thin, crispy chips and flavorful salsa, generous portions at affordable prices, and a varied menu that goes beyond standard Tex-Mex to include items like baked potatoes, avocado rolls, and a Sunday buffet. The restaurant currently holds a 4.0 on Google with over 400 reviews, a 4.4 on Facebook, and a 3.5 on TripAdvisor, a 2.5 on Yelp, and a 7.0 on Foursquare. And Morelia competes with 2 other local Mexican restaurants in the broader Carrollton, Bremen area. The first competitor is La Fiesta, located on Bradley Street in Carrollton. La Fiesta is like El Morelia in that it is a locally owned sit-down Mexican restaurant with affordable pricing and generous portions, including a popular $2 Taco Tuesday deal and a nice patio on the downtown square. However, La Fiesta differs significantly in that it sits at a much lower 3.8 on Google, with only 62% recommended on Facebook, primarily due to a severe service issue, including wait times of 45 to 75 minutes, overcooked food, and servers ignoring tables. The second competitor is Local Mex Downtown, located on Adamson Square in Carrollton. Local Mex is like a Morelia, that it offers authentic Mexican food with a loyal customer base, but it differs by positioning itself as a more upscale experience with a tequila bar, featuring over 110 options, a prime downtown location with loyal regulars. However, Local Mex faces its own issues with pricing dishonesty, where the website prices do not match what customers are charged, and management will not correct it. Torn up booths, management being rude to employees in front of customers, and a concerning report of refusing service to a disabled patron with a service dog. Compared to both competitors, a Morelia Edge is a 25-year track record. It's dual audience of locals and I-20 travelers, and it's more authentic Mexican cuisine. First major strength of El Morelia is the quality of its signature items, particularly the chips and salsa. Across the 5 reviewed platforms, customers consistently praise the thin, crispy chips and flavorful salsa. One reviewer on Google wrote, "Gladly passed many other places to eat here. The service is great, and the food never fails to be perfect." Another customer noted, "The chips were light and thin, crispy corn chips. This is a clear competitive advantage. La Fiesta chips are described in reviews as stale, while El Morelia wins this category outright. The enchiladas deluxe and the Texas dip are frequently mentioned as standout dishes, and the food earns genuine enthusiasm from customers when it is done right." The second strength is the generous portions at affordable prices, especially during lunch. Multiple reviewers highlight the value, with one stating $2 simple tacos, or their $11.95 upgraded 3-taco plate. The lunch specials are a consistent draw. This is comparable to La Fiesta, which also receives praise for portions, size, and pricing, but in Morelia edges ahead because its food quality is rated higher, even if both restaurants struggle with consistency. Third strength is the staff's warmth and loyalty. When the service is on, reviewers describe the staff as attentive, friendly, and proactive about refills. One reviewer shared, "Our waitress said she has worked there for about 11 years because she likes the owners. That says a lot about this restaurant." Long employee tenure is a strong signal of a healthy work environment. By comparison, Local Mex has reviews describing management as being rude to employees in front of customers. La Fiesta has reviews about servers flat out ignoring tables. And Morelia staff loyalty is a real differentiator when the service is on. The first major weakness is wildly inconsistent service. While some visits earn praise for attentive staff, others describe being ignored entirely. One long-time customer on Google captured it perfectly. "Like any restaurant, it's hit or miss. I've had some great food and some mediocre food." Multiple reviewers report not being able to get drink refills. Several mentioned the restaurant being short-staffed during visits. This inconsistency is the single biggest threat to El Morelia's reputation. La Fiesta's service has shown more consistent trend of poor standing, but El Morelia's is unpredictable, which may be more frustrating for customers because they never know what experiences they're going to get. The second major weakness is inconsistent food seasoning. Some reviewers say dishes come out bland, while others say things are overcooked. One TripAdvisor reviewer described the food as completely bland and served without any hot sauce. No hot sauce on the table either, unless you ask for it. Another said, the beans and chili soup, terrible. Iced tea, flat and watery. All three competitors struggle with food quality in their own way, but El Morelia cannot use food as a reliable differentiator until this inconsistency is fixed. The positive reviews prove that the kitchen is capable of excellence. The challenge is delivering it every time, regardless of who's cooking that day. The third weakness is recurring problems with takeout orders. Customers report missing items and wrong sides on a regular basis. One TripAdvisor reviewer who had ordered takeout twice wrote, both times the orders were incomplete. Correct dish, just missing something. Takeout meals are less food than what you get in the restaurant and aren't as good. Don't waste your money on takeout. Eat there or not at all. This is a growing problem as more customers shift towards takeout and delivery. Neither La Fiesta or Locomex received this volume of takeout-specific complaints, which means El Morelia is losing ground in a segment of the business that is only becoming more important as the traditional means of dining is being redefined. El Morelia has three key opportunities to improve. First, implement a better POS system with an order verification step, especially for takeout. Every takeout order should be checked against the ticket before it leaves the building, directly addressing the recurring complaints about missing items and wrong sides. Second, establish consistent staffing and invest in better training so service levels do not drop when someone calls out. La Fiesta is a cautionary tale here. Their 3.8 rating and customers being told on social media to go to Taco Bell instead shows what happens when staffing and service problems go unaddressed. And El Morelia has the chance to avoid that trajectory by fixing staffing now. Third, standardize recipes so that every plate tastes the same regardless of who is cooking. An expo station where a manager or lead cook checks every dish before it goes to the table would address both the seasoning inconsistency and the temperature complaints in one step. El Morelia faces several serious threats. First, the negative reviews are recent, from 24 to 25, so these are not old problems that have been resolved. They are the first thing new customers see when they search for the restaurant. Second, bad I-20 traveler reviews are permanent. One TripAdvisor reviewer who was passing through wrote, stopped here, won't be back. Tortilla was good, salad not, rice okay, beans and chili soup terrible. Travelers get one shot, and one bad review deters every future traveler who searches for food in Bremen. Third, competitors are improving and each offer something that could pull customers away. La Fiesta's $2 Taco Tuesday undercuts on El Morelia on price for budget-conscious diners. And Locomex tequila bar with 110 options and prime downtown location attracts the crowd looking for the experience, not just a meal. If either competitor addresses their issues before El Morelia does, the competitive landscape shifts. For your convenience, I have provided a SWOT analysis chart as a visual summary of everything discussed. The chart organizes El Morelia's strength, chips and salsa quality, portions and value, staff friendliness, I-20 location, weaknesses, inconsistent service, takeout order error, hit or miss food seasonings, opportunities, a better POS and order verification, consistent staff and better training, standardized recipes, and threats. Ongoing negative reviews, permanent damage from bad traveler reviews, competitors improving. This chart can be posted in the restaurant as a quick reference guide for management to prioritize improvements. In conclusion, managing your restaurant's reviews is not optional. It is essential. El Morelia has been a Bremen staple for 25 years, and a loyal customer base and genuine strengths in food quality and staff friendliness prove that this restaurant is worth fighting for. But the inconsistencies in service and hit or miss food seasonings are showing up in recent reviews and are costing the restaurant business right now. By implementing better order verification, stabilizing staffing, and standardizing recipes, El Morelia can strengthen its position against competitors like La Fiesta and Locomex and turn its 25-year reputation into a truly competitive moat. Every problem identified today is fixable. I enjoyed the opportunity to analyze your reviews and provide these recommendations with a fork and pen stamp of approval. As a token of our partnership, we have included personalized fork and pen branded promotional items, including a custom pen, a branded button-down shirt, a tumbler cup, and a messenger bag, all featuring a fork and pen logo. These items represent our commitment to lasting professional relationships with your team. If you would like to learn more about our services or schedule a follow-up consultation, please contact Fork and Pen Consulting by email at forkandpenwestgeorgia@gmail.com or visit our website at forkandpenwestgeorgia.com. Please do not hesitate to reach out with any thoughts, questions, and/or concerns. We will be sure to respond within the business day and set up an appointment. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to helping El Morelia reach its full potential.